Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Wee Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about HDB BTO Flats versus private condominiums. Ultimately, who will be the winner? I started to have these thoughts when HDB started building BTO flats in super prime location 2 years ago. Most of these HDB flats are as good, or should I bluntly say, are much better in terms of layout and practical use of space than many newer private condominiums. This brings me back to my questions. Is it more practical to buy HDB BTO flats and forgo their condo dreams? Or should you buy a private condo to climb up the private property ladder first? This is going to be interesting. Let's head over to the discussion. For today's discussion, I will take a look at the October 2023 BTO exercise. HDB launched 6,800 flats in 4 towns, namely Choa Chu Kang, Kallang, Whampoa, Queenstown, and Tengah. As usual, I will study BTO flat prices and compare them with HDB resale flats, private resale condos, and lastly, new launch condominiums in the vicinity, just to give you some perspective on the numbers. The first BTO flats are located in Choa Chu Kang and is called Real Green 1 and 2 at CCK. There are a total of 1,900 flats. It's located next to the Bukit Panjang MRT station along the downtown line. Based on HDB selling price from 319,000 to 437,000 for the 4-room flat. Let us use the highest price for our discussion. I will use 437,000 divided by 92 square meter. This works out to $441 per square feet. If I'm going to compare it against the newer HDB resale flat in the area, they typically cost between 590,000 to 710,000. This works out to be 666 per square feet. This means HDB BTO flats are 51% cheaper. On the other hand, let's compare against resale condominiums in the vicinity. Let us use Hillstar, which is further down the road. A 3-bedroom was sold for 1.4 million or 1161 PSF for the 1,206 square feet unit. This means BTO flats is 263% cheaper or 2.6 times more affordable. At the same time, new homes in District 23 are typically going for 2,000 per square feet. This means BTO flats are 453% cheaper or easily 4 times cheaper. This also worried me. How can HDB owners upgrade to a private property in the near future? The next cluster is HDB BTO projects in Kallang, Whampoa area. This is a city fringe location. In my opinion, these are prime land and HDB is very generous to build flats in this location for Singaporeans. There are a total of 2,900 flats across 3 projects. There are the 739 flats Raja Residence near Whampoa Market. There are also another 1,000 flats located at Tentera Vantage. This is nearer to CTE and PIE Junction. The cream de la cream or the best of the best are these 1,100 flats at Veranda at Kallang, which is under the prime location public housing model. Based on HDB selling price from 535,000 to 637,000 for the 4-room flat. For the 90 square meter flat, this works out to be 697 per square feet. A typical 4-room resale flat around the vicinity will cost between 920,000 to 1 million in the resale market today. This works out to be $1,000 per square feet. This easily means Kallang BTO flats are 51% cheaper than resale flats. Brother and sister, 卖涂料, what are you waiting for? Newspaper already reported 4-room Boon Keng HDB flat sold for 1.3 million, has unblocked view of Kallang River. Buy 600,000, sell 1.3 million in future. Is that doable? This is confirmed better than buying Toto. For those that visit Kallang Travista before, I can share with you, it's very well designed. These are some of the photos I took when I did my cycling. They even have balconies for some of the river-facing units. Impressive, right? That is why I always say HDB built public flats got standard. Anyway, who are the architects behind it? Unfortunately, I don't know. Don't say I only complain. Let me give you a solution. The architect community should work with HDB and URA to display a sign or their model that showcase how these buildings are designed and the methodology behind it. This will create more awareness for the architect that designed them, so that one day Singapore can have our very own celebrity star architect. Now, let us compare to private. There are not many comparable newer condos in this area. Let's use Sim Urban Oasis, which is a 99 years resale condo along Sim Avenue. Current rate for the 3-bedroom is close to $2 million for the 1,000 square feet unit or 1,900 per square feet. This means the Kallang BTO flats are 173% cheaper. This is still relatively digestible for HDB upgraders to upgrade to a private property in the near future. Since there are not many new launch condominium in the Kallang area in recent years, I will use District 15 News Home as a comparison. The going rate for the 3-bedroom is 2,500 per square feet. This means Kallang BTO flats are 259% cheaper or 2.6 times cheaper. Here, let us compare the two sets of data together to make more sense to it. If you can notice that for both non-matured and matured towns, HDB is selling close to 50% cheaper than nearby resale HDB flats. I must really give HDB credit for it. HDB is the god of fortune, 财神爷. HDB bless you with fortune. So in future, please don't say HDB cheat your money. When HDB price never go up, people complain. Now HDB prices touch 1 million, people also complain. Their children and even their grandchildren cannot afford. You don't need to worry so much. HDB has already said they will build more BTO flats for all Singaporeans. Another observation I noticed is both condo resale prices are 163 and 173% respectively. Please give me some plus minus because I only take one transaction to compare. But in short, they are almost on par. What interests me here is the difference between the new launch condominiums. Real Green BTO flats is 354% cheaper than District 23 new condominiums, whereas Veranda at Kallang has a lower difference at 259% difference. What does this mean? Feel free to share your comments here with me. Going forward, HDB has also announced the upcoming BTO sales launch in December 2023. Just take a look at the choice location. We have 730 flats going to be released in Sin Ming, which is part of Bishan Town. How to go wrong with this location? Next, we also have 840 new flats in Woodlands Central. Right next to MRT station, I confirm chop you will make money even in the north. Then, we have Tanglin Hawk Estate, one of Singapore's oldest public housing estate in Queenstown, will be redeveloped and transformed into an attractive housing estate with new amenities that will include a new development that integrate housing with a hawker center, market and polyclinic all under one roof. When fully redeveloped, Tanglin Hawk is expected to offer up to 5,500 new flats. By the way, I came across this iconic hair salon at Block 39, HDB Tanglin Hawk. I think it deserves to be preserved. I hope HDB can consider preserving part of our built heritage. I have attached the Google links in the description below. Those who are free, you should visit it before it will be erased from our memories. Lastly, the new Bayshore Housing Estate, when fully developed, will offer about 10,000 new homes, of which about 7,000 or 70% will be set aside for public housing. The first two BTO projects are slated for launch in 2024. Comprising about 1,400 units, they will have full height windows that allow residents to enjoy the sea view. So beautiful. Seriously, I don't mind to retire there in future. By the way, I happened to be at Bedok South and I went up to one of the HDB flats facing the sea. These are some of the beautiful photographs I took from the HDB flats. Beautiful, right? The massive amount of BTO flats launched in recent years will definitely have an impact to the private market. HDB upgraders are the bedrock of the private condo market. However, if part of the demand is soaked away by BTO flats, this means there will be less condo buyers around. Will this translate to softening private prices? I think it boils down to project. if you own a good property, they are highly sought after. They will still be very valuable. However, if you own a property that do not have any unique selling point, and everyone in your condo are also selling, and the worst part, if a BTO flat are launched nearby, this will surely impact private homes prices. And when new launch condominiums are all touching above 2,000 per square feet, this means a typical 3-bedroom will cost $2 million. Obviously, most HDB upgraders are left hanging dry. It's not because they don't want to upgrade, but because they cannot afford to. Therefore, HDB BTO Flats offer the next best alternatives. Back to new homes. Recently, I attended an AGM for the listed property company. One of the directors has expressed concern of the massive BTO flat launch in prime location. He is concerned if buyers will turn away from new homes. This is a real concern even property developers are thinking about. Here, will it continue to be sunshine for the new home segment, or will it be raining season ahead? However, there is a silver lining. In the years to come, when these BTO flats achieve their MOP, most of them will be selling for more than $1 million each. They will be flush with cash, and upgrading to a private property shouldn't be a problem for them. Here, the line between HDB flats and private condos has blurred in recent years. That is why $1 million flats are the testament of the success of HDB flats today. Anyway, if you have any plans to sell or rent out, I'll be more than happy to assist you. Hope you enjoyed this sharing. Please continue to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so. See you around soon.